The city exhales as dusk falls, streetlights flickering over rain-slicked streets. In a high-rise window, a solitary figure gazes down. Whitney Wright. She's a name millions know, but few truly understand. Her life is a puzzle public icon, private enigma. Whitney exists between perception and reality, a woman shaped by headlines but defined by her own questions. Who am I? Where do I belong? Her story defies easy labels. She's both architect and captive of her image, celebrated and condemned in equal measure. In the quiet of her apartment, the persona fades, leaving a woman wrestling with the cost of fame. To some, she's a pioneer, to others a symbol of controversy. But behind the noise is a human being whose journey began far from the spotlight. To understand her, we must go back to the beginning. Oklahoma's wide skies and traditions felt confining. Los Angeles beckoned with possibility. She moved west, chasing a vague hope for a bigger life. The transition was tough. Odd jobs, loneliness, survival. In LA's uncertainty, she discovered the adult industry. Not a plan, but a choice born of necessity and curiosity. At 25, she stepped into a world that promised both control and risk. The Oklahoma girl was about to become someone new.
Before the fame, Whitney was just a creative soul from Oklahoma City. Always a bit different, always dreaming. She never fit the mold, drawn to art and restless for something more.
Her emotional investment won acclaim, but came at a personal cost. Each scene demanded vulnerability, blurring her on-screen persona with her private self. She told stories of intimacy, but finding her own peace grew harder. The tension between her roles would define her career.
With Whitney, the line between acting and reality blurred. She gave everything, and it showed.
Whitney entered adult film in 2016 and changed the game with her raw, emotional honesty. Her performances felt real. She brought narrative and vulnerability to every scene. Directors noticed. She quickly became a sought-after talent, especially at MissaX, where story and emotion mattered. There, she wasn't just a performer. She was a collaborator, exploring the complexities of desire and intimacy.
Whitney struggled with the paradox of fame, celebrated for authenticity, yet forced to hide her true self. The industry that offered freedom now felt like a cage. She poured this conflict into her work, exploring loneliness and the search for connection. Behind the accolades was a woman fighting to hold on to her identity. The battle for self-ownership became her central theme.
At first, she believed she could change things, but the constant hate wore her down. She built walls.
But with success came scrutiny. Fame made her a symbol, admired by some, condemned by others. Every move was judged, every post dissected.
Whitney's ambition led her behind the camera, directing films that reflected her vision. Sensitive, character-driven, focused on female pleasure. She proved herself a filmmaker, not just a performer. Supporters saw her as subverting expectations, asserting her freedom to move and see the world. The trip became a paradox, reckless privilege, or bold provocation. It exposed deep cultural fault lines about feminism, agency, and responsibility. For Whitney, it was another search for meaning, one that brought consequences far beyond the film set. The fallout would follow her long after she returned home.
Whitney always pushes limits. She tried to see humanity where others see only conflict.
Accusations of oppression tourism followed, but some defended her as a boundary-pushing artist.
For her, the hijab is a costume. For Afghan women, it's oppression.
In early 2025, Whitney traveled to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan, igniting global controversy. She posted photos in hijab, exploring a nation known for conflict. The backlash was swift. Critics called it tone-deaf, a trivialization of Afghan women's suffering. Her restless quest drives her, for better or worse. We, the audience, consume her story, judge her choices, and demand authenticity while punishing imperfection. Whitney's journey is a mirror, forcing us to confront our own relationship with fame and judgment. Her story isn't over. As of July 2025, she's still searching, still creating, still looking out that window. The silhouette remains, a woman more complex than any label, her journey unfolding, one frame at a time.
Maybe it's acceptance or just a place to be still.
Friends describe her as loyal, private, driven, always searching for something she can't quite name.
Her family sees a sensitive, intelligent soul far from the screen's image.
Who is Whitney Wright? Oklahoma outsider, emotional actress, embattled director, controversial traveler. She's all of these and more. The public persona is a caricature. The real person is quieter, more complex.